All right, you guys. So salute everybody tapping on in. Hopefully, I get the mic issues. I got a new mic coming in later on this coming up week. So I already had a new mic, but that mic, I think the connection was kind of messing up on that. So that's why I was cracking in some of my videos. Hopefully, this mic I got right here, this temporarily will be okay until the next mic comes in. But we got to get into this, man. Salute to everybody tapping on in, man. And bro, this thing gets worse, man. For Sean P. Diddy Combs. Now, there was a report that came out on CBS 2 days ago. All of a sudden, out of the blue, the report came out that Donald Trump was considering giving and granting Diddy clemency. And there was also a report that came out that 50 Cent was planned to perform for the Trump family, Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., right? And so 50 Cent indeed did perform for Donald Trump Jr. at his event. And now, based off of what is being reported, a lot of people are surmising that 50 Cent didn't do it for the money. A lot of people are surmising that 50 Cent potentially did that in order to make sure that Sean Diddy Combs' second attempt was blocked, because 50 then went on and posted this online, and there was articles that 50 posted on the internet that kind of back up what we're going to talk about right now. So hopefully everybody's good. Salute to all y'all that's in here. Hopefully, the mic ain't cracking up this time, because I changed the whole mic. I just took the whole other new mic, wasting my money on a new mic, man. Got another mic, and I'm waiting on another mic to come in here to make sure I get it hooked up with the right situation. So hopefully this mic will work better until that other mic gets here in about 2 days. Should be here on tomorrow, Tuesday. So anyways, let me get right into this. Hold on, you guys. I want to show y'all something, man. And shout out to hotnewhiphop.com. They just put this report out, and this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. And y'all smash the like button, share the videos, y'all come on in. 50 Cent has now reacted to Donald Trump and Diddy pardon rumors, and he doesn't care about the backlash that he's getting for Donald Trump. It seems like 50 may have did this performance just to block Diddy from getting that second pardon attempt. Remember, it was reported, right? And let me get to this first. It was for everybody who doesn't know. It was reported that Donald Trump, out of the blue, but it was already happening behind the scenes. They were reporting that Trump was considering another clemency for Diddy, right? That's what the report was, that Trump was considering that clemency for Diddy. Now, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about right here. Is an article. Let me show y'all this right now, just so I can set y'all up so y'all know what's going on. Put this on the screen for you guys. So that's the article right there that set this entire situation off that y'all see on y'all screen. It says Trump likely to pardon pollution violators as he privately weighs clemency for Diddy, other high-profile figures. Now, here's the key. Here's the key to remembering why everybody's saying what they're saying now. This article was put out on July the 3rd. 50 Cent went and performed. He went and performed for Donald Trump's son on July the 3rd. And Donald Trump, when he came out with the decision, I believe it was the next day, he didn't pardon Diddy. And I'm finna show y'all. So this report came out on CBS saying that Trump was likely to pardon Diddy, right, and give him clemency. He was thinking about it, and he was seriously considering it once again, right? And so it says right here, it says President Trump is poised to pardon a slate of people convicted for emissions and clean air related violations, and still discussing other potential acts of clemency, including for Sean Diddy Combs or several other well-known figures, according to sources with other plans, right? So he was having a meeting, right? Now he was having a meeting, right, about this situation, right? In comes 50. Bro, this is wild, man. Y'all hit the like button, share the video, like the video. So 50 has caught heat due to that performance for Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr. at that private club, right? Read this article, y'all, and look at the receipts I'm finna show y'all. Blow this up for y'all. 50 caught some heat due to his recent performance at Donald Trump Jr.'s private club. But the explanation for his performance may be more clear now, at least based on his trolling. So maybe it's what he wants us to believe. Regardless, 50 Cent took to Instagram to clown Diddy for failing to secure a pardon from the president, right? As there were recently rumors that this might happen. Now watch this, y'all. According to Lauren Collins' Twitter, shout out to Lauren. Twitter, 50 Cent shared an article from her that spoke on his Donald Trump Jr. performance amid Diddy's clemency buzz. Now, 50 deleted this post, they said, but he also shared a news story about Diddy not getting what he wanted, right? Now, 50 also posted, LOL, see how the world works? You shouldn't say such nasty things about people, right? Now, it says it seems like the post insinuated that 50's more in favor with the Trumps than Puff, which is why some people believe the only reason why he performed at Trump Jr.'s club is to advise the family not to grant clemency for the Embattled Music Bowl, right? I'm going to show y'all where they're getting this from. They're getting it from right here. See this right here? Shout out to Lauren Collins. Lauren Collins does articles for the LA Mag. 50 reposted this on his social media. He reposted this article. The article says 50 Cent performed at Donald Jr.'s club amid Diddy pardon buzz. 50 Cent posted this on his account. It says, you see how the world works? You shouldn't say such nasty things about people. And then not only that, remember 50 performed, and I'm going to tell y'all all about the performance in just a second. Not only that, this. 50 posted this as well. This article from the source. Sean Diddy Combs once again left off Trump's latest list of pardons. 50 posted that. And now, everybody is surmising that the only reason why 50 Cent went and did that performance, because he previously said he doesn't get involved in politics, he don't care about it, he don't want to be nothing involved in it. Everybody was like, why'd you go do it? It ain't, you know it ain't about the money. Well, 50 Cent performed for that event for Donald Trump Jr. on July the 3rd, right? He headlined a private high-profile set at the Executive Branch, an upscale members-only club located in Georgetown neighborhood of Washington, D.C. Donald Trump Jr. co-owns the venue alongside financiers Omid Malik and Christopher Buskirk, right? And this event took place over the Independence Day weekend, as we all know, right? The Executive Branch is an exclusive hub for MAGA administration officials, tech investors, and political insiders commanding a $500,000 annual fee membership, right? 50 went, according to these reports, and performed. And now they're saying that the only reason why 50 performed is to advise the Trumps to not give Diddy any clemency or any pardon, when apparently Trump was thinking about this again. Boy, this is outright, bro, this is crazy. I mean, the heat between these guys seemed to be so real that 50 potentially could have went out of his way just to perform for Trump, not caring about what nobody was going to say about the criticism, just because he wanted to let them know to not give Diddy that pardon. That's wild. And you got people that's mad at 50 about this. They're talking crazy about 50 on the internet about this. You know what I mean? People criticizing him for doing the performance for the Trump family. You know, 50's getting a lot of heat for this online. Matter of fact, you can see that comment right there in the corner of the screen if y'all can see it. Somebody drew that crazy photo of 50. And you can see what they said. I'm blowing up a little bit. He said his lame A, proud he under Trump thumb. Is what this guy says. Right? And so a lot of people in that comments was criticizing him for doing that, right? A lot of people criticize him for doing that. And apparently, you know, they're saying 50 don't care. He ain't worried about what nobody got to say about this. You know, he owned that situation for real. So the fact that he posted this and they said now he's taking it down, you know, people are saying if you would have went all the way out the way just to go perform for Donald Trump, just to block Diddy from getting clemency. Because remember, that's very important in Diddy's situation, a pardon. Because what a pardon does for Diddy is it clears his record. Because Diddy's being investigated in LA right now. There have been two different, you know, allegations sent to and complaints sent to the DA in LA to see if they're going to file charges against Diddy. And that would hurt because Diddy's already got priors. So the only person that could wipe out Diddy's prior record is Donald Trump. He can come in, hit Diddy with a pardon, and clear his record. That way Diddy won't have no priors, none of that. This will be completely erased from his criminal record. And that does a lot, you know, for him going into another, you know, case if he had to. You know what I'm saying? Because that would wipe that slate clean. They couldn't bring that particular thing back up, and that would wipe that off his record. But if 50 allegedly would do something for the Trumps just to make sure that they don't do nothing with Diddy by helping him at all. Damn, bro. And that's the situation that's going on, man. That's just, bro. That's right there. He really don't like this cat, bro. When it's like that, and then he posts that like that, he actually posted that article. Y'all can see this is his official account. Now he took it down, but he posted that article on his official Instagram. Y'all can see it. 50 Cent performs at Don Jr.'s club amid Diddy pardon buzz. And then he says that. Well, let y'all know right now that, hey, man, that could have seriously been a motive for him to get over there and get in them people's ears. And if he did do that, I mean, you know, Diddy probably has to be irate and his team as well to hear that happened, may have potentially happened. We don't know if that did happen, if that was the case, but, you know, the way things are being surmised here, it seems like, you know, that is potentially what could have happened. And then that is a very, man, bro, that's a tough pill to swallow if you're Diddy, especially if you're looking at potential other charges coming down and you got this, you know, these federal charges on your, and I'm going to tell y'all why else that could hurt. Because that could hurt a situation, because think about this. If Donald Trump gives Diddy a pardon and he has no criminal record, and let's say LA brings charges against Diddy, well, guess what? That could be a big difference between Diddy getting bond and Diddy not getting bond. Right? So if he's got priors already, he's got a federal conviction already, and he gets another case in LA, and he's out when he gets another case in LA, they might not give him a bond or a bail just because of that prior conviction. But if that prior conviction is not on your resume, now that kind of changes the entire parameters going into that case. So when you think about this stuff, man, I mean, bro, 50 is again, man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are upset with 50 on the internet for how he moving, man, as far as this situation is concerned. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, if you look at the comment sections, a lot of people are upset, but 50 don't care. He don't seem like he don't give a damn at all. He don't care what none of these people think. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where we at with it right there. I want to talk about this, though, man. And I want to talk about how shameful this is right here, you guys, because this is very sad, and I think that everybody needs to see this. And I was very saddened when I saw this last night. It bothered me. When I saw this report last night, it bothered me. There were 8 people that was popped including, read that on your screen. Read it on your screen right here. I want y'all to read this on y'all screen. Y'all smash the like button as y'all get on here. Let's get over 1,000 likes. Read it on your screen right there. At least 8 people popped, including 4 you-know-whats in New York, Coney Island, on the 4th of July. What is going on in our society? What is going on in our society, man? Let's read the report, man. Because, see, I be trying to tell y'all this stuff. People not pointing out to y'all what's going on, man. And this is just demonic type of work. Now, it says around 8 people, including 4 youngins, were popped in Brooklyn's Coney Island during the 4th of July festivals late Saturday night, according to media reports. PX11, a Next Star affiliate, reported that the New York Police Department, you guys, the NYPD, responded to a shooting on 2929 West 31st Street around 10:37 p.m. EDT, citing a statement from the department that says the Hill has reached out to the NYPD for more information. All victims were transported by EMS to local area hospitals, where 7 people were listed in stable condition. The NYPD stated, according to ABC News, right? The 21-year-old woman is listed in critical condition. Now, it says police said that a 37-year-old man, a 33-year-old man, a 25-year-old woman, a 14-year-old boy, a 12-year-old boy, a 7-year-old boy, and a 6-year-old boy were all hit. What the hell is going on in our society, man? What's going on in our society, man? Well, they out here putting these, they don't, it's not even a women and kids thing no more, where it ain't no women and kids, bro. It's lawless out here, bro. You have to see this, right? It's lawless out here, man. If that don't bother you, if that doesn't make you feel away, let me see something. If that doesn't bother you, make you feel away, I don't know what else we talk about, man. I don't know what else we could talk about. Matter of fact, let me put this on here. Let me put this on here. Hold on, you guys. Because I want to get to something. Right? I want to get to something. Right? Let me see something for you guys. Hold on. Make sure here we go. Yeah, man. Like I said, man. What's going on in our society, man? So they're saying it's a masked person, you guys, that did this. Whoever did this was masked up. Bro, that's a demon. Now, this is like the second or third time I've heard in the last 3 weeks that youngins have been popped. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me. At all. Right? Look at the ages right there, y'all. If that don't do something to you, I don't know what will. Right? Now, thank God they didn't lose their lives. God is great for that. But again, and then I have a question for all the parents that's listening to this video. Why are they out at 10:37 at night? And I ain't talking about the adults. I'm talking about the youngest. Why are they out at 10:37? They said this occurred at 10:37 p.m. Now, I want to ask y'all a question. Why would parents have, and let's look at the ages again, a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 14-year-old out at 10:30 at night on the 4th of July? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And the fact that none of them right now have lost their life, that's a blessing from God. Because remember, I came in here almost a month ago and I showed y'all the report where the one dude had taken out 8 of them. I think that was down in Louisiana. Right? Think about this now. What type of person are you to see that you have to know that these are absolute youngins? You have to know that. And it just shows y'all the type of world, the type of society that we're living in, man. It's disgusting, bro. It really is, man. It really is. It says that this occurred around 10:37 p.m. Look at this, y'all. Wait till y'all hear the details on this. And y'all smash the like button and share the videos. Y'all come on in. On Saturday, in the courtyard of a residence, like I told y'all, at West 30th and Surf Avenue, less than 2 blocks from Coney Island's famed, right, Regalman Broadwalk. Now look at this. The police said this. Now it says that the preliminary investigation indicates that a family barbecue was taking place in the courtyard when an unknown male dressed in all black, wearing an all black ski mask, approached the fence line along Surf Avenue and fired multiple rounds into the courtyard. Detectives have so far found no indication that an argument or altercation involving the suspect occurred at the barbecue before this happened, the commissioner said. So it wasn't even no argument. They say the dude had a Tech-9 style firearm equipped with an extendo. That was recovered at the scene, along with discharged shell casings. Who the hell's walking around here with a Tech-9 at Pinal Fed Park on the 4th of July? The commissioner said the detectives are investigating whether the shooting is connected to a gang-related homicide that occurred earlier the week on the same block as the shooting on Saturday night. They said we're looking into whether there's a nexus between the two incidents. The Coney Island shooting comes amid a 25.6% drop in homicides and a 3.3% decline in incidents across New York City compared to the first 6 months of 2025, according to the NYPD crime statistics. The data in New York City this year in terms of violence is historic, and it is record-breaking, Tish said, but clearly the police department has more work to do. We all have more work to do when we see 4 children shot in one incident celebrating a 4th of July holiday. And I ask yourselves, I'm telling y'all, parents should not have the youth out there at that time of night. I'm just going to keep it real with you, man. You got people that age, shouldn't be outside no courtyard at that type of night. I'm sorry. Just shouldn't happen. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just being real with y'all, man. People got to be more responsible with their youth and understand it should be a curfew on those youth. Right? It should be a curfew on your youth. On your youngin', they should be in the house. At least when you that age, bro, let me tell you something. First of all, if you think about this, if you're 6 or 7 years old, right, and you go outside to play, bro, you gotta be back in the house before dark. Let's start right there. You gotta be back in the house before dark. We can start right there. So why is they out at 10:30 at night? I don't care if you're with the parents or not. That's a adult only situation. Then once you get to 12 and 14, oh, you got a curfew. You got to be in the house by 8 o'clock. You walk in here after 8 o'clock, you're going to have some problems. And I'm talking about just going around right here playing basketball at the park or something right there in the neighborhood. See what I'm saying? But this is what happens when you don't have no type of discipline that we used to have growing up and coming up no more. When you ain't got that type of discipline no more, this type of stuff that happens. I'm trying to tell y'all this. Man. You have to take proactive steps as a parent to put your youth in the best situations possible. You have to. Because people in the world we live in now are living on demon time. I'm telling y'all the truth. You can get mad. You say whatever the hell you want to say. I'm telling you what the truth is. They out here and they living on demon time out here, bro. And they don't care who they take with them. Right? They don't care who they take with them. And this is the type of things I'm trying to show y'all and present to y'all so all y'all understand exactly what's going on, what the play is. Right? This is so everybody understands the parameters, the rules of engagement with this thing. Right? Because everybody should. Think about what I just said. Now, I want to talk about this situation with Marcellus Wiley again. Because I talked about his arrest. And I talked about, I want to first of all clear up something. He has a no bond situation because in Florida, in a domestic battery charge, specifically, I want to make this clear. In the state of Florida, in a domestic battery charge, they automatically is no bond until you see a judge. So in Florida, is no bond until you see a judge. I wanted to clear that up in this video because I did not know that was the law down there. But that's the law for domestic abuse or assault charges, is that you have no bond until you see a judge for that specific charge, right? So everybody was saying something different. No, it's just for that charge, a domestic battery charge, you have a mandatory no bond in the state of Florida until you see a judge. So that explains why he had to no bond. Because I was thinking, hey man, there's something cooking over here, and it wasn't that. When I was thinking about it, I don't know, but it seems like it was this law that they have that's a no bond thing, right? But I want to say this to y'all, right? I want to say this to y'all because this is even more. This is more troubling because I never saw this until today, till all the news started reporting this today. I never saw this part right here, and this, I'm telling y'all this right here is making a lot of people feel a certain way. And it's this part right here I'm finna show y'all again. They coming with the PDF allegations on this dude. As y'all see right there, it says another woman alleged that Wiley groomed her from when she was teen. While he played for the Bills following a visit to her middle school. And worded her when she turned 18. When then a member of the Cowboys flew her to Dallas, according to Rolling Stone. Right? I'm gonna say this to y'all, right? They said, oh, he did this, he did that. They putting PDF allegations on this cat. Right? Now he's innocent unless proven guilty in the court of law. Now here's the thing, and I have to say this. Now he had came out, because the article spoke about this. He had came out and denied all these allegations first and foremost. He denied all of them. But what he also did was, he also stated, and I want y'all to listen very closely to what I'm going to tell y'all, because it's very important what I'm going to tell y'all. He also stated that all those other claims civilly had been dismissed. But according to the reports, that's not true. In fact, it reports that Marcellus Wiley public claims that those three of those lawsuits against him were dismissed have been reported as inaccurate, as the civil cases actually remain pending. In fact, they said not only do those civil cases remain pending, they said that it is expanded. Now, let me read this to y'all. So it says in May of this year, the former NFL player and sports commentator Marcellus Wiley posted on social media that a judge had reviewed and thrown out 3 prior sexual assault lawsuits filed against him. However, it says, right? Legal updates and reporting, right, from outlets like AOL and the Rolling Stone confirmed that his statements were incorrect and that those original civil cases were still actively pending in court. So he posted paperwork on his social media that said, on his X, that said, oh, this has been dismissed. But according to the reports, it haven't been dismissed, and that they're still actively pending in court. And matter of fact, it says rather than being thrown out, it says that the legal battle has actually expanded, widened. It says the first three lawsuits initially brought forth starting in late 2023 involve allegations of sexual assault back to his time as a student athlete at Columbia University in 94. Then the new allegation in April and May of this year, 4 additional women. Right? So let me say this again. The first 3 lawsuits initially brought forward starting in late 2023 involve allegations of sexual assault dating back to his time as a student athlete at Columbia University in 1994. The new allegations in April and May of 2026, 4 additional women filed court statements accusing Wiley of sexual assault and grooming across different periods of his college and professional football career, right? Now, the legal team representing the accusers used these combined claims to submit a motion attempting to convert the ongoing individual litigation into a broader class action lawsuit against both Wiley, Marcellus Wiley, and Columbia University. Right? Now, he vehemently has denied all these sexual assault allegations on his YouTube channel that he has here on YouTube. And he has claimed that he possesses evidence of text messages, emails, phone logs that directly contradict the accuser's timelines. Right? Now, he asserts that the litigants are fabricating the stories as a financial money grab targeting him, ESPN, and Columbia University. That's what Marcellus' side is. Right? But according to the reports, they're saying that no, those cases were not dismissed. In fact, they're saying that it's expanding, it's widening. That's what the reports are saying. So we'll have to see, man. And then it still has not given the exact details of these latest charges where he's been charged in Florida for domestic battery. So as soon as we get those updates, but the thing is, man, they trying to put PDF allegations on this cat, bro. They trying to, bro, that's the worst allegation you can have for a man, period, is a PDF allegation where they say that you know what I'm saying? And now again, some of the facts will be easy to be proven. Did he know this girl and her family at the time? Because the other reports were saying that he ingratiated himself with the family, became cool with the family and stuff like that, was giving the family gifts. That's what the girl was saying in her complaint. Right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Yeah, so let me see if I can get that right now for you guys. I want to see if I can get that right now. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I want to see. Hold on. Is it right here? Do I have it? Oh, shit, I got it. Oh, no. I just had it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see this. Hold on. Hold on one second, y'all. Damn. It's not letting me. I got it right here. I don't know why it's not letting me. Why is it not letting me see it? I got it right here in front of my face. Let me put this back up. Hold on. I got it right here. I don't know why it's not letting me see it. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I want to see something. Hold on. Trying to see if I can get it to queue up for you guys, man. I saw it. I actually saw the hold on, let me see if I can do it again, you guys. Hold on. Hold on. So I got some of it right here. Let me show y'all this. Let me see. So I actually have the paperwork where she sued the university. So she did sue the university. Hold on, I got that paperwork. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. I got that paperwork right here in front of me. I got to see how I can find. Now this is against this woman. She filed litigation against the university. Let me put this on the screen. Y'all see that? She filed this against Columbia University. Oh, this is a John Doe. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if this is the one. Hold on. No, this is a different one. Hold on one second. This is a different one. Hold on, that's not the one I'm looking for. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, y'all. That's not the one. Hold on. I think I got the one. Hold on. All right. Let's see. See if I can get this out here for you guys. Just give me a second, y'all. I'll make this a little bit smaller for y'all. Hold on. Trying to see. Oh, okay, I got it right here. Okay, you guys. I'm not going to put this on the screen because of the sensitive nature of this, but I am going to tell you what it's saying. I am going to tell you what it's saying, bro. Bro, they trying to end this dude, bro. I hope and pray Marcellus didn't do this. He's denied it. You know what I'm saying? I hope and pray he didn't do this, man. Because what I'm reading right here. So basically, you guys, here's what she's alleging, right? She's alleging that at 10 years old, right? Marcellus Wiley, who was then playing for the Buffalo Bills, visited her in middle school in Buffalo, New York. She alleges that Marcellus drove towards her. So she's saying that Marcellus Wiley drove towards her, slowed down. This is at the middle school. This bro, I cannot believe they trying to put this on this man like this, bro. If this is not true, bro, this is the worst thing you could do to a person. So that she's saying that he drove towards her. So I'm thinking this was like a team meeting where the whole team was in the school and they were meeting the students and stuff like that. No, it wasn't like that according to the report. According to the paperwork. The paperwork is saying that when he played for the Buffalo Bills, he went to the middle school in Buffalo, New York. She said that he drove towards her, slowed down, pulled over, lowered the window, called her by name, and asked her to come over. They're saying that he gave her the email address. It says, over several years, she alleges that he allegedly developed a relationship with her and her family. She says that he showered her with gifts and then with free game tickets, invitations to his home in Orchard Park, New York. attention, and gifts. Lord Jesus, have mercy. This gonna break y'all spirit. She alleges that Marcellus Wiley called her his little mama. Lord Jesus, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. She alleges that Marcellus Wiley called her, quote unquote, his little mama. So she says that he lived in Orchard Park, New York, when he was playing for the Bills. She said he called her little mama and had her help clean his CD collection, repeating the task, and frequently mentioned his sociology degree from Columbia University to build trust and portray himself as respectable. She says that on her 18th B-Day, he flew her to Dallas, where he was playing for the Cowboys. She says that he shouted at her in a frightening manner and coerced her into having sex. She says that it was R-word. In her statement, she says, and I quote, Marcellus Wiley R-worded me on my 18th birthday after grooming me from the age of 13. She's claiming that if Columbia University had properly addressed earlier complaints against Marcellus Wiley from his time as a student there, she would have never been groomed and R-worded. These details came from statements that she filed under penalty of perjury as a part of efforts to expand the litigation against Marcellus Wiley, including a push for class action status against Marcellus Wiley and Columbia University. The filings argue that Columbia's alleged handling prior to the complaints enabled Marcellus Wiley later actions by preserving his positive public image. Wow, bro. That's wild, man. They putting this on this man, bro. And I mean, now that this situation's come out with his arrest, all the news publications are talking about it. I looked at all the news publications; they're all talking about it. This one right here is. Now, she said one thing that made me think about what she said. I'm going to tell y'all what she said that made me think. She alleges when he pulled up to the school that he rolled down the window and called her name. How would he know her name? I have to see if he has a youngin that was at the school at that time. I don't know if he does. Let me see something. Let me see something. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me check something out right now. Check something out. Oh. Wow. Marcellus Wiley has a Nah, that one wouldn't have been old enough though. Marcellus Wiley has a 27-year-old. I don't know if that would have been old enough to put him in middle school at the time that they said that happened. I don't know. 27. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's. Yeah, I don't know about that. Most definitely. Hold on. Yeah, man. So I don't know I don't know if they was together. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm trying to look for something. I want to see a year. I gotta ask y'all a question in the comment section. When it goes to from elementary school, what's the last grade in elementary school? It's like what, the 5th grade, right? Elementary school goes into the 5th grade, right? Let me see. Alright, yeah, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. So then the 6th, 7th, and 8th is in middle school. Wow, bro. I pray this isn't true, Marcellus, man. You hear this, bro? I pray it's not true, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you denied this. Damn. Y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Crazy, man. And they're saying, let me say this to you guys. They're saying that he was punished on some way, shape, or form. I want to get to that part, right? I want to get to that part because I want to show you guys what it was saying, right? Because it was saying that he was punished, allegedly. So it says, according to the allegations in the civil lawsuits, the Columbia University imposed limited disciplinary action, so they did punish him, right? On him related to the 94 sexual assault complaints from multiple women when he was a student athlete. So they're saying that they did punish him, right? They said that they opted for academic probation instead of meaningful discipline to protect his reputation. This is not me saying this. This is the actual report, the paperwork saying this. Matter of fact, let me put this on the screen, just so I can show y'all my source, my reference, so nobody can say I'm just saying this. Right here. Yo, you put it on the screen? Okay, yeah, it's on the screen. Hold on. Let me blow it up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, you guys. Let me get right to that part. See, it's all right here. Matter of fact, I'll read it right here too. It's in this article right here too. See, in the Rolling Stone. So you guys who they had this in the Rolling Stone the other month. This is crazy. I didn't even see any of this. This is crazy, bro. They really trying to put these, man, bro. So it says again, and I'm just going to read it from here on. It says among the new accusers identified in the latest filings are 2 women who say Wiley assaulted them between 95 and 99 in Cali, as well as a Jane Doe who claims she was 13 when Wiley first approached her. The woman alleges that Wiley, then playing for the Buffalo Bills, targeted her as a minor after a visit to her school in Buffalo, New York. And it goes on to say, she says that, as I told y'all, this is what it says in the paperwork too. Wiley drove towards me, slowed down, pulled over, and also, hold on, you guys. Let me handle something real quick. Handle something real quick for y'all. Hold on. I see a stain. I gotta get the stain up out of here, bro. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. All right, y'all. So it says right there. It says that while he drove towards me, slowed down, and pulled over, he lowered the window, calling me by name, and asked me to come over. she wrote in a statement obtained by Rolling Stone. She says Wiley gave her his email address and later showered her family with free game tickets and invitations to his Orchard Park, New York home. She says he regularly invited her back, asking for help to clean his CD collection. Damn. Said that Wiley frequently mentioned his sociology degree from Columbia University, which led me to believe he was respected and trustworthy. He gave me the same CDs to clean over and over, she wrote, adding that he called her his quote-unquote little mama and showered her with attention and gifts. My whole identity was wrapped up in the belief that I would eventually marry Wiley. Wow, what the fuck? Bro, I ain't never seen no shit. This is wild. Out of middle school? What? What? Read the last sentence in that first paragraph again. She said, and I quote, my whole identity was wrapped up in the belief that I would eventually marry him. What? Bro, the devil got to be a liar, bro. On her 18th birthday, she claims Wiley flew her to Dallas, where he was playing for the Cowboys. She alleged that he shouted at her in a frightening manner and coerced her into sex. Marcellus Wiley R-worded me on my 18th birthday after grooming me from age 10, she wrote. If Columbia had properly pursued the complaints, I would have never been groomed and R-worded, she said. Damn. Then you have a former ESPN assistant alleging that Wiley lured her into a hotel room in 2009 under the guise of a work meeting and emerged naked from a bathroom and attacked her. She said he pushed me up against the windows of the room so hard I thought they would shatter, she wrote. I was petrified and believed I was going to be killed. Damn, what the fuck? Man, they putting some... Bro, they trying to put this nigga in prison for life. This woman says she repeatedly begged... This is an ESPN employee. The woman says she begged Wiley to stop, but he forced her into a bed and squeezed on her. The assault is devastating to me, and I will live with the effects to this day, she wrote. Damn. The two other new accusers allege Wiley R-worded them in the late 90s after Columbia. See, here's the part right here. So they're saying, everybody was saying, why are they coming out with it now? No, they said they went out with it then. And they're saying that not only did they go out with it, they're saying that the school disciplined him over this. That would give a little bit of credence to what they're saying if that's true. When we know, I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true. So it says, the two other new accusers allege Wiley R-worded them in the late 90s after Columbia placed him on probation over earlier sexual assault complaints. One says he attacked her at her mother's Culver City apartment while her family was nearby. God, says Wiley overpowered me and R-worded me. She wrote, afterwards, I felt humiliated and ashamed, so I never told anyone. The other woman alleges that Wiley R-worded her in the Hotel 99 when she was a USC senior. She claims she reported it to the LAPD and was recontacted by police years later during another purported investigation that did not lead to charges. A spokesperson for the LAPD declined to comment, citing confidentiality of sexual assault reports. Wow. So the people who said, why didn't she go to the cops? They said she did go to the cops. Allegations from 4 new accusers were filed in New York's part of the push for one of the Columbia Jane Does to turn her previously filed case into a class action against Wiley and the university. That woman first sued in 2023, alleging that in 1994, November, when she and Wiley were students, he invited her to his dorm room to study. We spent about 15 minutes listening to music and talking. Without warning, Wiley pulled back the bedding to reveal that he was completely naked from the waist down, she said in her filing. She alleged he forced her to give her oral. He forced her to perform oral and then put on a rubber and R-worded her. God, What the hell? She says that she reported it to the school officials, but was advised by the dean. God, y'all, it's some demonic work if this is true. It was advised by the dean not to go to police and instead let the university handle the incident to protect her reputation. She took part in a disciplinary hearing. Damn! So she took part in a disciplinary hearing, they said, alongside another student with similar allegations, she says, and was later told that Marcellus Wiley would be placed on probation, not expelled. Damn. The two other former Columbia students with pending lawsuits say Wiley R-worded them in dorm rooms in October the 10th